Dr. Ray, what does it mean to be a black sociologist?
Yeah, well, I think what it means to be a black sociologist is, I think on one hand, very similar to the trajectory of other people, and then on the other hand, is different. So first I'll talk about the education credentials. So you need a bachelor's degree, you need a master's degree, you need a PhD. To get a bachelor's degree, that's typically 4 or 5 years of college. Took me 4 years. I graduated from the University of Memphis in Tennessee. I then went on to Indiana University where I got my master's and PhD. Master's is 2 years. Your PhD is then 3 to 5 years. I did it in 5 years. I did several things during that time span. I went to University of Mannheim in Germany and taught there at the top sociology program in Germany, taught students from 5 different countries. I went to the University of Michigan to a statistics camp where people from all over the world come to a camp to take stats. Came back, graduated from Indiana University. I then went to UC Berkeley, Cal Bears, up in Northern California, and that's where I did what's called a postdoctoral fellowship. That was 2 years. I did that with the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Then I've been in Maryland for the past several years. Now, what it means to be a black sociologist obviously puts a race spin on it. And I think part of it is people understanding that getting a terminal degree, a PhD, a JD, an MD, and the like, an MBA, are unfortunately still rare when it comes to the broader population in the United States. So among just African Americans in general, only about 1% of African Americans end up getting a PhD. Black people represent about 4% of all people who get a PhD. It's similar for getting an MD as well. And so part of that means you have kind of an acute level of tokenization in the space. Stereotype threat can creep in, which means you feel kind of like an imposter being there. For me, I had kind of a different experience. I deliberately choose where I go to grad school. I deliberately was able to choose what I did after that. And I chose spaces where people viewed me as a whole person. Now, I do study race relations, but there are a lot of black sociologists who don't. I mean, they study everything. And I think part of it is understanding what a sociologist is. Sociologist is someone who studies individuals in society. We primarily study individuals' attitudes, their feelings, and their behaviors, and the way that social institutions such as the labor market, education, criminal justice, politics, the way that all of these different factors influence what people are actually doing. I think being a black sociologist is something that I take a lot of pride in. Particularly having a PhD is to model to other people what this actually looks like, and that if I can do it, they can do it too. Hey, I'm Dr. Rashawn Ray. Look, if you care about black communities, minority communities, and you're interested in statistics, particularly those that highlight us in a very positive light that's about black excellence, what I need for you to do is share this video. I need for you to like it. I need for you to tag it. And I need for you to continue to embrace and highlight what's happening in our communities.